out ways to increase their cost of living without necessarily their standard of living. It's better to be saving 10% of your income instead of 5% of your income. I think it's crazy to be spending 105% of your income, and I think
Our decisions about what to do with our money are driven by our psychology. And do you know how it affects your financial life? Watch this video to the end to find out. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ring of Knowledge, your trusted source of practical financial knowledge for a wealthy lifestyle. In today's episode, we're going to learn the psychology of money, saving and spending habits. So, without wasting much time, let's get started. You're aware that you should not spend every penny you earn. You should put something away for a future day. But as the months pass, you discover that you just can't keep a savings resolution. What exactly is going on? Saving money psychology could be the one to blame. Every day, a number of stimuli push and pull at you just beneath the surface of your consciousness. They may prevent you from saving money even if you want to. You can, however, change your mind. You may prepare for the future by following a few basic procedures based on psychology. Why is it so difficult to save money even when you know it's the proper thing to do? In-depth studies were designed by researchers to address this question, and what they discovered may transform the way you think about your bank account. These are the top 5 reasons why most people struggle to save money. Number 1. We don't produce enough. It's difficult to save money if you don't make much money. When you live paycheck to paycheck, it can be difficult to manage day-to-day expenses, let alone invest in the future. Number 2. Spending is compulsive. You see something you want and buy it without hesitation.
$2 million! Sold to Mr. Bruce Wayne!
You put the item in your shopping cart and claim it as your own. This appears to be a sensible decision, yet as you make your purchase, the area of your brain linked with pleasure lights up. This brain area also glows when we're exposed to narcotics, such as alcohol, cocaine, and heroin. Our brain cells eventually want the chemical rush and the burst of activity. The need can keep us buying, even if our purchases imply that we save less. Number 3. Savings benefits, aren't they immediate? Spend money, and you'll get a rush of happiness as well as something to call your own. When you save money, it can feel like you're getting nothing in return. Saving money in an emergency fund, for example, could help you cover a financial disaster, such as a flat tire or an unforeseen medical expense. You're glad you have your funds when you need them. When you don't have an imminent necessity, however, conserving money can feel like you're denying yourself something you could have right now. Number 4. We only save when we believe we can. It's common to believe that only the wealthy save money. However, research shows that this isn't always the case. For example, researchers divided participants into 3 groups. A group that knew they had money, a group that lacked funds but was aware of it. Group 1 saved money, which seems self-evident. However, Group 2 also saved money. When faced with difficult financial decisions and the need for cuts, saving comes first. However, some people plainly save even when their friends do not. According to this study, savings habits are influenced more by confidence than money. Number 5. We save or do not save as our parents. According to experts, we carry a set of money scripts with us that are shaped by the societies we live in and our formative experiences. When confronted with a financial dilemma, our memories and actions impact what we do in a nanosecond. For example, you may have grown up in a family where savings were uncommon. Your parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles were all on a fixed income. Spending was simple. You learned how to make internet purchases before you could read, and the corner grocery was kept open all night. Spending money was a form of reward. You got something you wanted when you got good grades or your team won a game. When it comes to making a monthly budget, all of your habits and recollections come into play. You might find yourself putting off saving and instead prioritizing spending. On the side, for saving money, you need to have to look at different departments and have a disciplined approach to money. Here are 5 excellent steps to make your savings game better. Number 1. Automating your finances. With automation, you can overcome a lack of willpower. You'll not be asked to choose whether or not to save money. Instead, the monies are directed to your savings without your intervention. Saving automatically is one of the simplest and most effective strategies to overcome a psychological barrier and progress toward a healthier future. With reason, the frugal living blogging community extols the virtues of automating your savings and investments. In a nutshell, personal finance automation is setting up automatic transfers and payments into savings accounts, investments, and financial responsibilities on a regular basis. The method isn't perfect, but it eliminates the temptation to spend money on impulse and instead saves it for the future. And with automatic transfers and payments, your money is distributed to where it's required as soon as it arrives, eliminating the need to make difficult spending decisions. In other words, your money is on autopilot, making it much easier to make prudent financial decisions. Not only should this minimize stress and time spent on money management, but research from psychology studies suggests that you'll actually save more money in the long run. In 2006, Nava Ashraf, Dean Carlin, and Wesley Yin published research in the Quarterly Journal of Economics demonstrating that automating transfers to accounts with time or total value conditions resulted in long-term changes in saving practices. Furthermore, Roy Baumeister and his colleagues at Case Western Reserve University discovered that our willpower muscles can exhaust themselves, and when our willpower is low, we are more inclined to overspend and make poor financial judgments. The role of financial automation in making more responsible decisions with our money on autopilot might thereby lessen the risk posed by willpower fatigue. Number 2. Keeping account of your finances. Setting up a proper system for managing your personal money can work as a drive for psychological transformation, in addition to providing a variety of other benefits. Regularly checking balances, recognizing your net worth, and holding yourself accountable based on that data can result in big financial gains. This isn't just anecdotal evidence. According to a study conducted by Shlomo Barnatzi and Yaron Levy, participants who used the mobile app to check expenditure and investment performance cut their spending by approximately 16%. According to a similar study conducted by the Federal Reserve in 2016, 62% of mobile banking users checked their account balance before making a significant purchase in the previous 12 months, and half of them decided not to purchase an item due to their account balance or credit limit. So, it's apparent that increasing financial awareness leads to behavioral changes in our spending and investing habits. And, thanks to new technologies, increasing our awareness of our personal financing and developing a constructive habit of managing our money is now easier than ever. Number 3. Celebrate your small victories. With firm savings plans in place, you'll start to reach your crucial milestones. If you make your progress apparent, you'll be more inclined to stick to your strategy. When faced with a financial setback or struggle, seeing progress toward a fair objective can raise your drive and keep you focused. Automating and tracking your personal money are clearly excellent techniques to foster a healthy savings mindset, but they are not a panacea. As our drive wanes, our saving habits can deteriorate. Setting and attaining particular goals can thus play an important role in maintaining motivation and establishing new habits. In his book, The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg beautifully describes this. In short, he explains that how we acquire positive and harmful habits is determined by a habit loop that we all unconsciously embrace in our neurological makeup. These habits are strengthened by associative rewards and can only be developed by adopting specific behavioral patterns. Of course, there must be some underlying reason to behave in order for these new behavior patterns to emerge. This is where goal setting comes in. Goal achievement has been found to have a beneficial impact on savings motivation and can help to keep a savings mindset. When we achieve our short-term goals, our brains release more dopamine, which reinforces new behavioral patterns. But don't set unrealistic goals or too many savings targets. According to research published in the Journal of Marketing Research by Dilip Soman and Min Zhao, a single well-defined savings objective encourages higher implementation intention than several savings goals. In other words, it offers a more potent incentive for actually saving money. Celebrate your accomplishments, but keep your eyes on the target. All of this automation, tracking, and goal setting may still be taxing. Budgeting, pension planning, and cost cutting are not exactly motivating terms. Indeed, they tend to bring to the surface the concept of deprivation, sacrifice, and even unhappiness. So, how can we reinforce positive concepts as we embark on this road to transform our mindsets? The main rewards for saving and investing are generally postponed for the long term. So, as you achieve short-term victories, celebrate them to encourage the change journey even further. As previously said, there's plenty of data on the benefits of short-term wins for habit development, but the occasional reward above and beyond simply completing your short-term goals can make the journey all the more delightful. Why not reward yourself with a meal out if you meet your monthly savings goal? Or buy that jacket you've had your eye on for a while. So long as your reward is fairly priced, it won't set you back significantly on your journey. In fact, it may simply encourage your newfound savings habits. That's it for the video, guys. Hope this video provided some great info. Press that like button if it did. Comment down what you learned from this video. Share the content to spread the good info. Subscribe to Ring of Knowledge for more amazing and helpful finance content that will put you ahead of the world. Peace out.